Have you remembered something out of the blue and after rewinding events in your mind, you suddenly felt anxious, panicked, apprehensive, or even experienced unease? Or perhaps there was a time when you remembered someone and felt happy and contented after thinking of that person. Now, although you may have not been aware of the subtle changes that was going through your body at that time, something changed in you. Your physiological state changed. From being in a relaxed state, you started having sweaty palms, an increased heart rate, and tension while you were having those troubled thoughts. However, if it was a happy memory or recall, then you would start smiling, you feel good, excited, or feel at peace. Why does this happen to us? I will tell you a story to explain this occurrence. There was a study conducted by a psychologist named Ellen Langer at Harvard. In 1979, she took elderly men in their 70s from a nursing home. She recreated the world of 1959 inside a converted monastery. There was black and white TV, and everything inside was decorated to feel like 1959, including the books on the shelves and the magazines lying around. And there were also portraits of their younger selves. The men were told that when they walked inside, the place will be 1959. There were two groups in the study, a controlled group that was instructed to reminisce as if it was 1959, while the experimental group was told not just to reminisce what things were like at that time, but also to live and act like it was 1959. The two groups were tested before they started the experiment, and there were a couple of men who walked in with canes. What was fascinating was that a week later, both groups showed improvements in their hearing and sight. Their postures and even their physical strength and their cognition improved. Of the two groups, the men in the experimental group who were instructed to live and reminisce like it was 1959 showed marked improvements in their appearance and scored better than they did at the beginning of the experiment. The purpose and rationale of this story is that our mind doesn't know the difference between something we vividly imagine versus something that is actually real. It is the power of memories, the power of imagination, and the power of our thoughts. Memories, imaginations, thoughts, and beliefs affect our feelings and behavior. Like the man in the counterclockwise study, reminiscing events that took place 20 years ago improved their sense of well-being. Studies also show that memories of the past can contribute to a brighter outlook on the future. It is good to have pleasant memories or thoughts. But what if it involves unpleasant events like your history of neglect, abuse, or breakup? Recreating events in our minds impacts us emotionally, and the more we linger on negative memories, the stronger it is imprinted in our minds, especially if strong emotions accompany it. However, it is possible to remember negative memories without the emotional attachment to these events. Meaning, you will be taught various principles and thought processes on how you can overpower and change your negative experiences or unpleasant memories without the feeling of stress or discomfort. There are strategies that show you how to overcome your fears, stress, anxiety, and to become a mere observer to the event without reacting strongly to it. There are techniques and processes that can help you remove these barriers using release work and visualization. And there are therapists available online or maybe in your local area who can assist you with this process, because the sooner you seek support, the better it is for you and your recovery. Look for a therapy that resonates with you. Orion Wellness Transformative Life Decoding Program offers methods and ways on how to deal with mental and emotional blockages that are holding you back in life. I would like to read or hear your thoughts regarding your own memory recollection, recall, or reminiscing experiences.